Now let's turn over to Storm Watch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman to give us a better look at our conditions. Quite a very active weather day
Yes,
today.
finally seeing some rain in Medford. Still some gusty winds out there tonight. Here's that live look. You can see some wet roads finally. We had a downsloping through much of the day. We had very strong winds descending into the valley, and that kind of dries the atmosphere up. So it's hard to get rain when we have winds that strong. And that was definitely the case today in the Rogue Valley, but finally getting some rain. Winds aren't as strong, gusting up to 25 miles per hour at the airport. 53 degrees currently in Medford. Winds have picked up though for the east side, sustained at 28 miles per hour in Lakeview and gusting up to 37 miles per hour. Also gusts up to 37 miles per hour for Gold Beach. We'll still have some pretty windy weather overnight. Tomorrow morning, this is 5 a.m. We could see some pretty strong gusts up along the coast and through some of the higher elevations. We could get another surge of some stronger winds into the morning hours as well for the Rogue Valley. So we're not totally out of the woods yet, but as we go through the afternoon into the evening tomorrow, winds will start to come down more widespread throughout the region. High wind warnings continue along and west of the Cascades here in yellow until 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. for the east side. This does include the Rogue Valley, basically from Medford down through Ashland, and then the rest of the west side through Jackson, Josephine, and Curry County under a wind advisory until 4 o'clock tomorrow and until 7 p.m. for the east side, including the basin. So here's a look at rain totals. Look at Mount Shasta, up over 2 inches, just 1/100th so far in Medford. We've picked up a little bit more, pushing about 3/10 of an inch in Brookings and Gold Beach, and there's more wet weather on the way. We're not quite done yet. This is how rain totals will shake out for most of the region. In the Mount Shasta area, that's the bullseye. Between 3 to 5 inches of rainfall. We'll see between 1 to 3 inches for the coast and coastal mountains, and then also some higher amounts for the Cascades. But overall, the east side and the Rogue and Shasta valleys, less than 1/4 of an inch of rainfall. So here's a look at what's left of this atmospheric river, but some pretty steady rainfall right up and down I-5 through Siskiyou into Jackson County. Snow up in the higher elevations. We will see passes becoming even more snowy along the Cascades as this moisture streams up. Eventually it'll kind of weaken, but there is another round of moisture that's going to move on in through the early morning hours. So we'll see some more rounds of wet weather tonight into tomorrow. Winds stay gusty across the region. Snow levels up around 5,000 feet, and they'll stay that way for the most part for tomorrow, up to 44 for Klamath Falls, 55 in Medford, and 50 in Wairika. So no major travel impacts due to snow. Snow levels will be high enough, but Cascades, you folks, if you're traveling over the Cascades, that will be a bit of an issue. We will see some rounds of snow through tomorrow. As we head through the afternoon into the evening, we'll start to see things wind down, but then here comes that next storm on Friday, later Friday into Saturday. The potential for more widespread and beneficial precipitation, snow impacting travel, especially above about 4,000 feet and maybe into the Mount Shasta area as well. Snow levels could be a little bit lower there at times, and then more gusty winds expected with that storm as well. So it's going to be an active stretch of weather. We're going to see a series of storm systems, more heavy rainfall with that next system Friday into Saturday for the coast, Northern California. Definitely the Mount Shasta area will continue to see more rounds of heavier rain and snow with these systems through the weekend. For the basin, we'll see more rounds of wet and at times wintry weather as we head into the weekend. Winds will be gusty as well. The Cascades and Siskiyous expect travel impacts due to snow through the weekend with these rounds of storm systems rolling through the region. It stays active even into next week. And then in the Rogue Valley, some more showers on and off tomorrow, gusty winds, but potentially a little bit more beneficial rainfall with that next system for the Rogue Valley later Friday into Saturday.